Hello, good day everyone. Today we will be looking at Trello, how to use Trello to plan your mini projects. Could be a project on how to set up an event. It could be a project on creating of YouTube videos. So on this one, I'll be using a simulation of creating YouTube videos. So I've already opened on here my Trello software. So I'm just going to click on the Trello home button so that we go straight back if we are not on this section. Okay, so now you can see that they've got different templates. We've got Canva template, we've got the daily task management template, we've got remote template. But on this one, we're just going to use a simple Canva template. So when I click on that, it will redirect me to a new section. So these sections I can edit accordingly. Okay, so this section I can edit accordingly, but I want to do something very simple by creating from the scratch. Okay, so I'm gonna click on this one to create from the scratch. Okay, so I'll put the name, say YouTube videos planning. Okay, workspace. So this workspace, you can make it public, you can make it so apologies, you can choose the workspace, you can put public and private. Okay, for this one I want to use, it is an in-house project. If I'm working with my team, I'll use the workspace. So let's just use the workspace. If not, I would have used the private because I'm the one just creating this for simulation purpose. But let's use this one. So let's create, and you can see that we have created the empty space on here for our Kanban board. So on the Kanban board, you can see that we've got our first column. So the first column we can register as to do, and we can add a new list, and that we can say in progress, and we click on here, we say review or testing, and here we say done, or we can say complete. Okay, so bear with me, I didn't have that. So we can see that we've created different sections, and looking at this, you can add your card, copy the list, and do all sort of stuff with this. You can also do automations. So on this automation, when a card is added to the list, what happens? Every day, sort the list by, you create all those commands on what will happen for the list to be sorted by for this section. And every Monday you want to do something, what you need to do, or you can create your own rule from the scratch. Okay, so let's say I'm adding a card. So if I click on here to add a card, I will say for the card section, let's say I'm using my project. Okay, let's say I'm using my project that I've created, that I will be creating supposedly for YouTube projects. I'll say 3-bedroom. Okay, duplex simulation training in bracket P6. Okay, so that means I'll be using Primavera software for that training. So the next one, I say Scrum and Jira Labs. Okay, and I'll create here. The next one is data analysis for projects. Right, so I've created those lists. So on the list you can put down the description. So for this one, say 3-bedroom flat, 3-bedroom duplex. So we'll be creating a video simulating the use of P6 for projects. Okay, and you click on the save here. Simulation is spelled wrongly. Okay, so you got that. If you want to add the start date, you can add the start date. Let's say we want to start that on the 27th, and the due date we can, okay, let's say our start date, we click on the start date, and we say start on this day, and the due date should be on the 30th. Okay, and we can determine the time, say 12. Let's see, 1 p.m. That is the due date, and it is never a recurrent. So on there you can see we've got daily. If it is daily activities, Monday, for example, you've got a meeting that you are holding every day, it will be daily activities. So Monday to Friday, depending. Okay, so that's for that section. Set due date reminder. So this is an automation. You will get a message from Trello stating that this task will be due on the subsequent day. Okay, so I've got my 1 day before the due date reminder. So that I have created on that section, and we can move back to our board. Okay, so you can see everything is there. Okay, you can create your automation, power ups, and all that. So same vein, we do the same thing here. We want to create a Scrum slide. So YouTube video, creation on Scrum framework. We Jira Labs to simulate a project. So that is done there, and for this one we can put our timeline. Let's say we'll be starting on the 30th. Go to the start date, put on the 30th, and for this one we want to finish it by on the 6th. Okay, same time. It's not a recurrent event, and when we go back, that has been created. So for the next one, this is a data analysis project. It's going to take some time, so we'll be using 2 weeks for this one. So we do simulating the use of SQL to analyze big data on projects. And making informed decision. Okay, so we save that, and we come here and put our start date. Where start date, click on the start date. We want to start from here. Start from on Monday, and we want to give it 2 weeks. So we end it on the 7th, and that is done. Okay, so we can add label to make meaning out of these ones. So we can say put this one here. We can also add a checklist to see those things that we have done to ensure that the project has been completed. So for this one, let me close this and go back to the other one. So let's come to the simulation and put our label. Okay, so we can create labels as well. Create label title. Okay, so this one is for Primavera. Okay, and we can create our checklist. So I want to check some certain things if they have been completed. Data generation for the simulation project. Okay, click on hand. So we want to add the items. So use AI that we have created these to-do activities. I want to walk you through checklist that you can add on these various cards. So on this very card, I will add checklist to the section. So let's say we want to add data generation. Okay, and we want to add edit video. No, we want to add training section. We want to add video edit. Okay, so on the data generation, we want to say we will generate data using OpenAI, for example, and want to compare, so we'll generate as well data using Gemini and compare and contrast various data produced. Then export data to spreadsheets for usage. Okay, so we have done that. So once we've exported the data, we want to add here start the YouTube training by using the generated data. Train on the Trello Software. So we are training on that software. So after we have completed the sections, we can do video edits. So we want to add on here video edits. So what are we doing? Use use OBS Studio to capture training. So edit captured video using CapCut and Canva. generates completed video. So we want to add a new checklist. We call that upload YouTube video. So come down and say upload completed video to YouTube. Schedule Premiere. Schedule the day it will be published. Okay. So that is done. So you can close that off. So you have your sections. So for each sections you can add on here persons that you want to work on that project, okay, in your team. So you just click on this very task and assign it to whoever you want it to be assigned to. And you can also include the due date that you want them to assign to finish on that very task. So that is how you can use your Trello to create your schedule for projects.